The world is huge, and it contains an old mystery regarding water, which is the most important component of life. The majority of individuals are unaware that they have been drinking water improperly all of their lives. This may surprise you, but the way we drink water affects our energy, health, and even spirituality. In the modern world, wisdom has been eclipsed by ease. The prevalence of plastic bottles, excessive drinking, and poor hydration practices has resulted in a number of health problems. However, there is a method for re-establishing equilibrium and turning water into our best ally in reaching optimum health. In a remote village nestled among majestic mountains, a young man lived in a constant state of discomfort. He suffered from frequent migraines, chronic fatigue, and an overall sense of unease. No physician could offer him a permanent solution. His pain persisted, an invisible weight pressing down on his spirit. One evening, as he sat by a small river that ran through his village, he overheard the elders speaking of a hidden truth, a sacred knowledge passed down through generations, known only to a few. They spoke of a Zen master who lived deep in the mountains, a man whose wisdom had healed many who had lost hope. Determined to find answers, the young man embarked on a journey. He packed only a few essentials and began his ascent toward the highlands, where waterfalls whispered secrets to the wind. Days passed and exhaustion weighed heavily on his body, but his will remained unshaken. Finally, he arrived at a secluded monastery where a serene presence awaited him. The Zen master sat in deep meditation beside a crystal-clear waterfall, his aura exuding tranquility. Sensing the young man's presence, the master slowly opened his eyes and offered a warm smile. Without hesitation, the young man fell to his knees and spoke of his suffering. His voice trembled as he expressed his desperate longing for relief. The Zen master listened patiently, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of centuries. After a moment of contemplation, he took a deep breath and began to speak. "Water is life," he said softly, "yet so many take it for granted. They consume it mindlessly, unaware of its true essence. My child, healing begins with understanding. Let me teach you how to drink water in a way that restores your vitality." The young man's heart swelled with anticipation. He nodded eagerly, ready to absorb every word. The master's first lesson was about the purity of water. "Water should be honored," he said. "Plastic bottles imprison it, stripping it of its vitality. When you drink from plastic, you are not only ingesting water, but also the invisible toxins it carries." He then explained how plastic containers release harmful chemicals that seep into the water, affecting the body's delicate balance. The young man, who had always relied on bottled water, was taken aback. He realized that something so seemingly harmless could be the source of his suffering. Next, the Zen master discussed timing. "Water is a friend, not an annoyance. It can throw off your body's natural rhythm if you drink it at the wrong times." He cautioned against drinking water right before or right after meals. He stated, "The digestive fire must continue to be strong. Its digestion weakens if you drown it too soon, which causes discomfort and illness." In order for the body to perform at its peak, he advised consuming water at least half an hour before or after meals. The young man listened intently, absorbing the master's teachings like the dry earth absorbs rain. He realized how thoughtlessly he had been consuming water, chugging large amounts in one go, ignoring its temperature and neglecting its origin. The master then guided him to the waterfall, instructing him to cup his hands and take a small sip. "Drink slowly," he whispered. "Feel the water flow through you. Let it nourish, not overwhelm." The young man followed his instructions, closing his eyes as he allowed each sip to become an experience. He felt a shift within, a newfound appreciation for this life-giving force. Days passed, and the young man continued his lessons. The master taught him about the temperature of water, explaining that room temperature water, between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius, was the most beneficial. "Cold water shocks the system," he explained. "It forces your body to work harder, disrupting digestion and circulation." The young man recalled the countless times he had gulped down ice-cold water on hot days, believing it to be refreshing. Now he understood why he often felt sluggish afterward. The holiness of water was the subject of another lesson. In his speech on appreciation, the master emphasized how crucial it is to recognize the role that water plays in supporting life. Take a moment to be grateful before you take a drink. Shut your eyes, take a deep breath, and enjoy the gift that is in front of you. The young man started making this a regular part of his day. He saw that he felt more connected to the world around him with every sip. The master also spoke of balance. Too little water, and you deprive your body of its essence. Too much, and you overwhelm it. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs. He warned against excessive consumption, explaining that overhydration could dilute essential minerals and strain the kidneys. The young man, who had always believed in the more is better mentality, realized the importance of moderation. Through these lessons, the young man's health began to transform. His headaches became less frequent, his energy increased, and his mind felt clearer than ever before. The aches that once burdened him disappeared, replaced by a sense of lightness and vitality. One evening, as they sat by the waterfall, the Zen master shared one final teaching. Water is not just for the body, he said. It is for the soul. Drink it with intention. Let it cleanse not only your physical form, but also your thoughts and emotions. When you align yourself with its purity, you align yourself with life itself. The young man felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He had come seeking a cure, but he had found something far greater. Wisdom that would stay with him for a lifetime. As he prepared to leave, he bowed deeply before the master, his heart filled with appreciation. Upon returning to his village, he shared his newfound knowledge with others. Some listened with curiosity, others with skepticism. But those who followed his guidance experienced profound changes in their health and well-being. The village flourished, and water, once taken for granted, became a revered element of life. Water is more than a necessity. It is a sacred force that connects us to the universe. When consumed with awareness, it has the power to heal, to nourish, and to transform. The wisdom of the Zen master lives on, carried by those who choose to embrace the true essence of water. And so, the journey of hydration continues, one mindful sip at a time.